Right.
There you go. But here's a person who has been on TV. She's been on TV shows, TV commercials, and now she's making that big break in the movies, even though she's already been in movies as well. The one, the only, Kathy Searle. Welcome to Two.
Hello. Well, let me tell you, I watch too much TV.
How many hours a week of TV do you watch?
Well, you know what? Recently we calculated as a joke how many episodes of The Real World that I have watched, and we added it up. And my sister and I said that it was 11 days of my life that I've spent watching every episode of The Real World.
Really?
I'm embarrassed to admit that, but
that's
yes,
pretty
11
impressive.
days.
See, now I stopped watching that show like after the years of like Puck and Pedro. I can't believe the show.
Yes, and so should I.
I think they peaked at that season.
Yes, they did.
At the same time, it's really weird now to see, some of these people branching out. I see, like, Jacinda Barrett's always getting different, shots on TV shows. Jamie Chung's becoming huge. I think she's in the new Sin City movie. Like, it's weird to see some of these people sort of breaking out.
Well, I have to say, reality personalities are the wave of how the next stars are being discovered. They really are. So, more power to them. I know I should not be watching reality shows because I'm an actor, and I should be watching scripted series, and of course I do as well, but I do love me some reality shows.
You have to. I mean, they're such drama-filled train wrecks that you have to watch.
It is, and it makes you feel better about your own life. So really, they're doing us a service. It's better than therapy.
I never thought of it that way.
Well, you're welcome.
The worst part is, like, being I'm Italian from the South Philly area. Like, when I watch like shows like Mob Wives and stuff, it's like watching my family. So then it's like, wow. Like, it's like looking in the mirror.
I'm coming over for dinner because I just spoke to your wife, and she's amazing. So I think
Sunday gravy, macaroni, meatball, sausage. Come on, what do you want?
Yes, sign me up. All of the above.
Oh,
now
right.
that, I've shot the movie and the movie's coming out, I feel like now I can really eat the way I want to.
All right, before we get in the movie, one thing I want to say is, as I was getting ready for tonight, researching you, going through your life, you really kind of opened my eyes on something, and that's the world of commercials, because you've done a lot of commercials, and I came across a commercial reel of you, and I sat and watched like 5 minutes of commercials, and I was so sucked into these commercials and the roles.
Oh, thank you.
And I was just like appreciative, because you don't realize, like, after watching this, I said to myself, like, wow, like, people doing commercials are actual actors, because I watched you in like 30-second spurts go from being like a Staples employee, a person staring inside an oven looking at cake bake, a wife, you had like all these different roles, and it was like boom, 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 back to back to back. It was just like, wow, like, that's impressive.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And I love that you say that, too, because a lot of people, I think, don't realize that the commercial world really is acting. They've become like little sitcoms. They're 22 seconds worth of on-camera sitcom and then voiceover on top of it. So it really is amazing. And now we're seeing more and more celebrities doing commercials, too, because they're funny. And sometimes the commercials are funnier than the shows.
Absolutely. Especially like the one with the cake, the warm delights. I mean, that one you don't even say nothing, and that's where you can really appreciate a good actor, where it's just facial expressions say it all.
Thank you. And eating, which again I love to do. Didn't need a spit cup for that one. I said, no, I'm going to keep eating this chocolate cake until I basically pass out.
What was the favorite commercial that you did do?
That's tough because I've been very lucky. I've done a lot of really funny ones. I think probably it's a cross between a spot that I did for Straight Talk Wireless where I'm trying to buy the crown jewels, and I'm being very snotty in the museum, and asking if they gift wrap, and then a spot for Embassy Suites where rather than finishing his sentences, I finish his sandwiches. So it's really, and it's like quick, funny, just really straight deadpan comedy, and I love that kind of comedy. To me, that's the most fun.
Yeah, Nick, I'm telling you, you got to go and watch this video. It's just 5 minutes of just nonstop commercials. You'll be laughing. You really will.
Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. I love it. I should give you 10%. I feel like you're my age.
Nice. There we go. So, I mean, this is the big breakout role for you. I think that good things are going to start happening in the next 24 hours for you.
Oh, from your mouth to God's ears. It's a great movie, I have to say, and I was really fortunate to be cast in this. And as a kind of unknown actor, I felt really blessed that they would give me an opportunity to work with, some of the biggies. Michael Rappaport is one of my favorite actors, and to be his wife was amazing.
Now, how about John Stamos? I mean, because I watched the previews, and there's the one scene where John comes to the door, and he's got the girl with him, and he calls her by the wrong name. And I say to myself, is this John Stamos in this movie playing John Stamos, or is he actually playing a character?
I know a lot of people are asking that. It is a character. I think, John's single, so he does understand that lifestyle. And he does impart knowledge to his own married friends as well. But he's also been married, too, so he knows both sides to it. And I think that's what's so nice, that he brought both of those parts of his own life to this character. So while most people think, oh, it's just John being John, it really is a character, because it's a nice cross between himself and a role. But he's amazing. He's so... Look, I am a woman. I look at him and think, Uncle Jesse, he is just gorgeous. He is aged like a fine bottle of wine. You men are very lucky. You guys age so beautifully and so well.
I'll tell you what.
We women, we struggle with this.
I'm going to toot my own horn. I think I look better now at 44 than I did at 21 and 25. But there ain't no way in hell I look like Uncle Jesse.
Well, not yet, because he's 50. He just turned 50. So you got 6 years to go.
See that? There's hope for me.
But yeah, he's amazing, and he's so charming in the movie too. He's really great.
But the funny thing is, like, everybody says Uncle Jesse, but I always think of him as Blackie from General Hospital.
You know what? A lot of people think that too. It's amazing the generations of people, and depending upon what they watched of his, and now that. I mean, I feel like Full House is on every other hour on syndicated television, so more people are seeing it, and they're seeing it for the first time. So it's really amazing the impact that he has on the world. It's incredible. And ER, he was so great on ER.
Right. So now in this, you're playing Michael Rappaport's wife, like you said. The movie, which we hadn't even mentioned the name yet, My Man is a Loser.
Yes, comes out tomorrow, July 25th, on demand and in theaters.
Yeah, which we're going to talk about that as well, the whole in demand thing.
Yes.
But have you been in like a long relationship or a marriage, and can you feel the?
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was saying, can you feel the pain that these wives go through?
It's funny. A lot of people have said to me, well, you're single, so how did you put yourself into this role? But I have been in long-term relationships. I've also been in long-distance relationships, which I think is just a whole different ball of wax. And I think that I wanted to make her relatable. I think any woman, no matter if you're in a relationship or if you've been in a relationship, oftentimes it comes down to those little things that we forget, and men and women do it too. I have a lot of girlfriends of mine that say, oh, I forgot this and this of his, and I always say, geez, you got to show up. You have to show them that you are making an effort, compromise, all of that. So I think I draw upon my own life and my own life experiences with any role that I play, but with this character, it was sort of like she's very different from me. I mean, she's sexually frustrated in this marriage and filling the void with working out and exercising all the time. But she says exactly what she thinks and feels, and that I love. That I think is more me, the kind of blunt, no filter.
Yeah, I was going to say, I could picture you more like that, like a very blunt person.
Yeah, but hopefully not offensively blunt. I mean, I do have the mouth of a truck driver, but I usually try to rein it in.
Can you see this movie as almost like a self-help movie for people, for couples?
A little bit, yeah, because even some of the things that John was saying to Brian Callen and Michael Rappaport in the movie, I turned to a friend of mine who had seen an advanced screening of it, and he said, crap, I really, those things I forget, like just writing my wife a card and saying, like, hey, I love you. It really is little things that we just have to be sort of reminded of, and it's nice. Art imitates life, life imitates art. So however you can get inspiration to help your relationship, I say go for it. If you find it in a book or find it in a movie or find it from another couple, use whatever you can to better the relationship. But it really, it's a sweet movie that really shows you that it's not like we want to cheat on each other. We actually want to be better husbands and wives in the movie. And I think that's what's nice that separates it from the other romantic comedies, quote unquote, that are out there.
Now, you said opens in theaters tomorrow and in demand.
Yes.
Now, how does that work? I mean, is it just like instead of going out to the theater now, we'll just sit home and watch it on TV?
Yeah, I find that that's the wave of entertainment right now. I mean, you look at a lot of the most amazing TV shows that are out there right now are online, like on Netflix and Amazon and Hulu. So I think they're realizing a lot of people don't want to leave their house. They want to sit in the comforts of their own home and maybe have a bourbon and just sit back and make out comfortably in your home with your partner. So I think that's really why everybody seems to be jumping on the on-demand bandwagon. And I think it's great because you really can sit and enjoy a movie from your own home. I still love going to the theater, though. There's nothing like that popcorn smell, the nachos, and, you can bring in a flask if you want.
Yeah, but you don't think that just more and more people today just don't know how to act when they leave their house? Like, that's the biggest problem with the theater anymore. It's not the prices or the movies. It's that there's a bunch of savages in every row behind me.
I have to say you are right, especially in live theater in New York. It is getting worse and worse. I mean, people opening up bags of potato chips and just like dropping their drinks. And I want to say to them, it's not the television. It's live theater. They can actually see you and hear you. Like, it's just crazy to me. I miss the days of like getting dressed up to go to the theater. But maybe, I don't know, maybe that's why people are kind of experimenting with on demand, because people really are getting a little bit crazier in the theaters. I'm not sure. That's an interesting, I feel like I want to Google that when we get off the phone and see, like, if it's a psychological thing, too.
I'll tell you what, a theater by my house, they closed it down, and we just realized it closed down, like, 2 months ago. And we were like, wow, like, what happened there? And then, like, a month later, we start seeing people that we know posting pictures in this movie theater, sitting in these recliners, and they're drinking cocktails. We're like, what is this? Here they reopened the theater. It's an AMC theater, and they took your normal rows of seats out, and they replaced those rows of seats now with recliners. I mean, full-on big red leather recliners that have, on the one side, you have your own cup holder, and it's got, on the other side, another cup holder with a little cubby that holds salt, pepper, ketchup. It's got a swivel tray with a cup holder. And
what? This is amazing.
Yeah, you walk into the theater, right, like into the building. You get your tickets, you give it to the ticket taker, and as soon as you cross that threshold, you're greeted with a bar.
I love it even more.
Yeah, so you get your cocktails or whatever your drinks, you go to your theater, and they seat you. You have reserved seating. You get your seat, and the person that seats you is now your waiter or waitress. And
oh, wow.
they have a full menu, and it's not like hot dogs and just popcorn or basic stuff. I mean, it's a full-blown menu, and it's unbelievable. Like the first time me and my wife went, she got shrimp tacos, and I had beef brisket quesadillas. And
ooh,
yum!
Beers.
Yeah, I'm telling you, and it was really good. And then we went back the week later, and we got a couple appetizers, but they had a crab rangoon dip. And
I love it.
Yeah. I mean, it's unbelievable, and the prices are very reasonable. The alcohol's a little expensive, but that's where they make the money up. The ticket prices are normal ticket prices. They didn't inflate that. They didn't inflate the food prices. They're very reasonable. It's just the alcohol is a little more expensive than usual. But otherwise, and your experience is, I'll never go to another theater again.
Oh, now I want to go to that theater. I love that because that's what makes a movie even more enjoyable because it's like an event.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
and
that's
it's like
so great.
You can do your date night all in one shot now.
I love that.
Exactly. And it's funny because after it was open for a month, an article came out online actually that this theater was the test pilot for AMC. And after the success that I guess they've gotten and the feedback, they are now transforming 33% of their theaters around the country to be like this model.
Oh, wow, that's so cool. I love that. I hope that we get that in New York. That would be amazing.
I would think so. If they started it in a little suburb outside of Philly, then I would imagine you guys will get it.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. And it really is a perfect date night. Well, I hope that your theater decides to show My Man as a Loser, and you can go there and have a lovely salmon dinner maybe and watch the movie.
I'll tell you what, I already checked because I was planning to take the wife there for a little date night to go see that this weekend, and it's not playing there. So I am waiting. I'm holding out. I'm not going
then you're
to
gonna have
anywhere.
Then you're going to have to just watch it from the comforts of your own home.
I could probably do that as well, but it's funner just to get out of the house as well. So
I know, I love it.
Now I also saw you have another reel of your work. It's I think it was called your Legit Reel.
Yes, yeah, the more like film and TV stuff that I do.
And it was kind of funny because kind of relating it almost to the commercial reel where the first role was like you were like a Russian person being questioned in Body of Proof, and then you have comedic roles and
yes, I was hilarious as a killer.
You just see your wide range of acting. It's really a cool thing to see.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I've been really fortunate that I've been able to do comedy and drama, and especially here in New York because there are a lot more dramatic series, and that people know that as a comedic actor you can sort of, what they say, drop the mask and just be real and natural and really fall into the dramatic acting, which I think is great. It's a challenge for me because I actually really love comedy more, and I find it to be easier, although everyone says that's crazy because it's usually harder, but for me the flip is a little bit more difficult.
Have you ever done like stand-up or anything?
Back in the day, yes, years and years ago I did do stand-up, and I loved it. It's just super challenging because talk about falling flat on your face and having no one to blame but yourself. It's like when you bomb on stage, you go down in flames sometimes, and it can be really tough on the ego. So, I mean, I did love it, and I was really fortunate that my comedy worked, and it was great, and people responded really well to it. But I just found, like, if my material felt stale, I didn't want to perform it because if people are paying to see me, I don't want to waste their money.
Right.
So unless I get, like, really great ideas to do stand-up again, then I might jump back in.
Yeah, because I saw you I mean, like you just said, like, comedy, I mean, that's your one love. That's what you'd really like to do. So I was wondering if you had done stand-up. And it seems like a lot of people who've done that, it's like their ultimate goal is to have that sitcom.
Oh, that is the dream. That's the dream. The dream is really to have a sitcom that shoots in New York so I could stay close. My mom and sister live up in Westchester, 30 minutes out of the city. So to stay close to home where I grew up and then be able to do like a gritty play at night would be amazing because I feel like that balance would be so fantastic and kind of old school comedy where it would be multi-camera. I just think that would be the dream.
You like want to tackle like two different ends of the spectrum almost, like doing a sitcom and then being on stage.
Yes, yeah, because sitcoms really are 30-minute plays when you think about it. I mean, you do pre-taping of certain scenes, and then you have like a live show on Fridays. But to me, it is a little play because you have a live audience. You do have a laugh track as well, but when I worked on Hope and Faith, that to me, I thought, okay, this is perfect. And then finding that balance of being able to do something kind of gritty and edgy at night would just be so fantastic. And then I feel like you really do have the yin and the yang, the light and the dark.
Yeah, it's funny. You were in, what was that, Baby Mama with
yes.
Tina Fey?
Yes,
and
Amy Poehler.
I went to high school with Tina.
Did you really? Oh, my gosh, how funny.
And, like, you know, when she started blowing up, like, on Saturday Night Live and all that stuff, you know, everybody was like, oh, yeah, you know, Tina Fey, Upper Darby High School, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't remember this girl. And then I actually, back in the days of MySpace, I was actually contacted on MySpace by somebody wanting to buy my yearbook because of Tina Fey's picture. And I was like,
funny.
I was like, well, sorry, I dropped out of high school, so I don't have the yearbook. So... But I was at a friend's house, and he had one, and I'm like, who was she? And then I saw the picture, and I was like, oh, wow. Now I know why. Like, I knew her but didn't know her, and, like, just, like, she was, like, very, like, to herself, and, yeah, and I was just like, wow, that's the same Tina Fey. Like, how'd that happen?
Yeah. Well, you know what? A lot of the great comics really were shy, introverted people. I remember years ago when I had met Mike Myers, I mean, and this is like over a decade ago, I was a kid and I was doing something for Saturday Night Live, and he was so shy and sweet, and Dana Carvey was the same way, and I find that, you know, a lot of the times you kind of go into this little cave after being this crazy extrovert, and then you kind of go under a little bit.
Right.
It's weird because you do feel very exposed when you do comedy, and then you have a tendency to kind of retract yourself or retreat back in.
Now you have another movie coming up, I think, or you filmed and Freak Me?
I did, yeah. That's a TV pilot that I shot. It's based on the porn industry, but not like, you know, it's definitely a PG show. It's kind of a la The Office, so it's working at an app for porn, and it's really funny. And Guy Oliveri, this amazing writer, actor, and myself and 4 other actors came together and really came up with the idea, and then Guy ran with it, wrote the script, and then the 5 of us shot the thing, and it was great. And Mindy Cohn from The Facts of Life came in.
Oh, wow.
And she was part of our cast as well, and she was like our little missing link, which was just so, so great. And it was really fun. So they're going to be shopping that around. I'm really hoping that somebody jumps on the bandwagon with that one because it's so different from any sitcom that I've seen, and the subject matter is fantastic. It really is. I mean, it's risque subject matter, but it's done in a really funny, funny way.
She was so funny on Facts of Life. She used to crack me up.
She's hilarious. She is so funny. I have to say, like, we became fast friends. I've been very fortunate with the work that I've done in the past couple of years. I've been able to work with actors, including Michael Rappaport and John Stamos, and especially Brian Callen and Heidi, where there were no egos on that set. There were no egos on Freak Me. And everybody was just there to do a really great either movie or pilot. We just wanted to have fun. And so egos went out the window, and it was like, let's just do our job and make people laugh. And hopefully mission accomplished with My Man is a Loser, and I'm crossing my fingers with Freak Me too, because it really, I saw an advanced copy of it recently, and I was laughing, which made me happy.
Now, did you guys do Kickstarter for that as well?
We did. We funded that all through Kickstarter, which it's such a testament to the producer and Guy Oliveri, the writer that created the show. He said, look, we want to raise this money on our own. Just put it on your Facebook page every day and see if we can make the money. And we did. Friends and family really stepped up and loved the little trailer that we did for it and said, this sounds really funny. You guys should make it. So we made it for a really small budget, and it was a labor of love on so many people's parts. And it just goes to show you what people are willing to do when they know it's a good script and it's a good project. Right. So it's really great. So I'm really hoping that something happens with that, because Mama needs a job now. I'm excited that the movie is finally coming out, and I'm thinking, okay, hopefully people will see it and they'll want to work with me. So we'll see.
I think so. Like I said, I think the next 24 hours is going to start blowing up for you when this movie comes out.
Oh, you are so sweet. Thank you for saying that. I really do hope that people like it. I think it's a really funny, genuine movie, and I think, it's about time that we see a not stereotypical chick flick. It's guys will laugh at this too.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what where some guys, they don't want to see the chick flick. This is like a guy flick now, where the guys are, I guess, the chick role. You know what I mean? Where the guys need to step up. So, I mean, guys, go out there, laugh, get some lessons in love, and enjoy the movie.
Yes, please. I would like that. And I'm sure the producers would like that too.
All right, so where can everybody find you if they want to keep track of you?
I'm on Twitter, and I'm at Searle Kathy, Searle Kathy, and I'm on Facebook. And feel free to reach out. And if you see the movie, please let me know if you liked it. And like my mom says, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all, please, because it hurts my ego. And my ego is, in need of some love right now. So if you like the movie, then definitely reach out. And if you don't, just, keep it to yourself.
Oh, that's funny. Before I let you go, though, can I just get you to cut a quick ID? This is Kathy Searle, and you're listening to Totally Driven Radio.
Hey, guys, this is Kathy Searle, and you're listening to Totally Driven Radio.
You sound so much nicer than when I say it.
Well, I do a lot of voiceovers, so depending on what type of radio voice you want.
Kathy, so thanks so much. Wish you all the luck with the new movie and with Freak Me, and come back anytime.
Oh, I'd love that. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night.
You too.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, everybody, there she goes, Kathy Searle. Check it out tomorrow. It is out. Not only in theaters, but in your home. You have no excuse. For you guys that are lazy, you don't want to get off the couch, you don't want to take your woman out, just hit the button on your remote and purchase the movie. My Man is a Loser, starring Kathy Searle, the one, the only, Blackie from General Hospital, a.k.a. Uncle Jesse, a.k.a. John Stamos, Michael Rappaport, Sean Young, and many, many more. Check it out.